That's what you've been doing. Put it on the client. Try to put it on the client. Fuck. Riot, this is my overall global message at the end of this 30-minute research. Basically, you're killing the game. You're not shifting focus, okay? You're not shifting focus from PvP to PvE. No, you're saying scrap PvP, no more rewards, no more gauntlets, no more champions, no more new sets. Just screw all that, and we're just going to move on to Path of Champions. You can either like Path of Champions and join us there. It's just... you really just killed the PvP side of it, and PvP is the community. I don't know anyone who exclusively plays Path of Champions. I just know people who play PvP. I don't like Path of Champions at all. And even if I did like, I wouldn't want PvP to get scrapped just to better Path of Champions. Put draft back in. And then you already had draft in. It was experimental mode. You already had it. You scrapped it, and now you're going back to it. But this is a positive change. You're going to put that back. You got to promote the game. Put it in the League client. I play League all day. Nobody knows what lore is. 80% of people don't know what it is. 10% that people don't like card games. And 10% of people play lore. Like, and this is like high numbers, really. Nobody plays lore because nobody knows about it. Every time I ask, do you know lore? They don't know. So promote the game, 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 promote the game. Now, let's hop into the video. So I've been looking at a couple of Legends of Runeterra news and Riot game news overall, and I got recommended a message from Covey that popped up, and I clicked on it, and this is what I saw. I'm sorry, what? New champs, not even PvP? Goodbye. And the first thing I thought to myself is, this cannot be true. And then when you see this is a Riot employee, apparently. I'm not sure how accurate this is, but it seems legit. Will there be new champions released that are Path of Champion exclusive? Will Path of Champions or PvP have separate balancing? We plan on all future champions to be designed for Path of Champions because they will not be balanced for PvP. We're going to be very careful about whether they get added to those modes or not. Bro, Riot, what are you talking about, dude? Fucking Path of Champions, bro. I don't like Path of Champions. I get why it has an appeal. I've tried it. I understand that some people like it, but I don't understand focusing exclusively on Path of Champions. No one's gonna buy things. No one's gonna buy fucking Path of Champions objects and skins. Who the fuck cares? It's not even multiplayer. Why would you buy skins? What are you talking about, Riot, dude? I could not believe it. Bro, at this point, just kill the game. This is honestly... I kind of hope lore flops so hard after this. Like, at first I was indifferent, but as it goes by, I've only gotten more upset. This was the only CCG I told people... Oh, card... Something about competitive card game, probably. I told people to play consistently. I logged many hours since before official release. Riot has hardly ever markets the game. This is true. Riot, put a lore button on your thing. Now, actually, speaking of that, I was looking at, first of all, so I read this yesterday with my friend Eric, who I sometimes play lore with. Is lore dying? No, it's not dying. False. Completely false. They're fucking killing everything. Riot, what are you doing, man? Just... oh, God. Riot, dude. Fuck. Dude, I hate the fact that they're doing this, man. I love Runeterra. Now I made this fucking shitty video about should you play Runeterra in 2024, and fucking this guy commented... First of all, I keep up with all my comments. Read everything. Look, he commented this 3 days ago. Will this age like fine milk? I know, right? But honestly, I think lore will bounce back if they add the lore button to the client. Now, if you scroll down, why isn't lore in the League client? Good news, we're targeting to start promoting Legends of Runeterra in the League client as early as sometime in February and periodically thereafter. Honestly, you're just screwing it, dude. At this point, if you're the thing is, what do people have to look for now? When you're going to play, for example, I only play multiplayer. I like the gauntlets. I like I even like the labs, even though I don't do them that much. I like it with some 1v1 with some friends and stuff. It's cool. But Path to Champions never was my thing. And I don't know that many people who exclusively play Path to Champions. But I know a lot of people who all exclusively play PvP and grind and ranked. And, you know, this is the game. And now what's the whole point? There's no more rewards. There's no more champions coming out. What's the point? What's the point, Riot? I was planning on sticking through it. The Sonny said he was sticking through it. Dude, fuck this, man. What are you talking about, Riot? It's just... It frustrates me because the game is so... It's such a good game, man. For a card game, dude, it's so good. I played multiple card games, and by far, Runeterra, just the way it feels, the way you can react to certain players. There's a lot of strategic gameplay, dude. It's just, man, bro, they're fucking... I just can't believe that they're doing this. And like, they did such a good job with the game. I don't know why they're backpedaling so hard. I get that they said that lore isn't making money, and it's a business. I understand it's a business. It ain't there for fun, okay? Yes, it's a game. It is fun, but ultimately it's a business, and you can't be bleeding money. But I play lore all the time. I see so many people have skins. Me myself, I put at least $250 Canadian in Runeterra alone. So 4, 8, 12, which is not that much. But hey, these are champion skins. That's something. I bought at least 2 events, maybe 3. In the boards, I got 6 boards. Let's look at some other shitty fucking questions they talked about. Why doesn't Riot advertise lore? Wow, gee, that's a good question, Riot. Let's see what you have to say about it. Our core focus has been on maintaining and retaining the amazing player community of lore. To that end, the marketing and community teams partnered up and worked together to focus on our spoiler season. Going forward, be looking for lore to take more advantage of the wider League ecosystem, including such possibilities as client placement in League as well as co-promotions across other Riot and League studio channels. That's what you've been doing. Put it on the client, right? And put it on the client! Fuck. Why don't you release a draft mode? They had a draft mode called Expedition. They removed it. They're going backwards. Riot. Now they're talking about putting it back. As heard in the previous dev update, we spent some time working on a prototype of a draft mode, which was already in the game that you scrapped, and now you have to do it again. And found something that we think is fun to play and could be a good blend of satisfying to players and helpful to the business. Never say never, but it's not something we can currently devote resources to. More testing is required. But it also takes significant time and effort to bring something from prototype to shippable. What was shippable? You had it. It ain't rocket science. You had it. You had this feature. You removed it. It's like a league having Earth every year, and in 3 years they have it for the fucking 9th time, and they're like, well, we're having difficulties processing this and shipping it out to the public. Just take the one from last time. No? How, like... Why don't you just sell things people want? We put out a fairly wide range of content. Boards, champ skins, guardian, emotes, card backs, prismatics, card styles. I agree. They put a nice variety, and I see a lot of people with skins. I would say about 50% of people have skins. And usually when people do have them, they have multiple. Like one game they play with this deck has this skin, this deck has this skin, and then sometimes even the champions will have skin. You can have a different guardian. I like to switch up my guardians, my boards. You know, it's not necessarily rare that you see somebody without a skin completely, but like I'm telling you, I would say about 50% of players have skins, and the ones that do have multiple. Does this mean the game will be monetized more moving forward? To be frank, yes. Honestly, if that's what you have to do, then that's what you have to do. I don't get how it's not already monetized. Aren't you selling skins and this and that? And yeah, what, you gonna be like wow when you have to pay per month? Like, what are you talking about? Oh yeah, yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Our team is very openly smaller now because they cut down on some staff, which is very tragic to the staff. I feel bad for y'all. I don't know how this happened, but anyways, and we will have more packages and monetization options for Path to Champions on many different levels. We want the game to grow and to do even more cool things with Legends of Runeterra, but we will need to be more self-sufficient to be able to responsibly pay for those cool things. We'll, while we'll be listening intently to player feedback as these things go live, these new approaches will be designed to create sustainability for lore in mind. Now, I will give you player feedback. I'm a player. I can give feedback. This is my feedback. Legends of Runeterra is a great game. Riot, I know you got to cut somewhere, but you're killing the game. If there's no new more champions out, and it's almost worse that they're coming out only Path to Champions. It's like you're doing all the work to put it in and whatever, and then you're like, oh well, we'll just only put in Path to Champions. First of all, put a draft mode. Okay, I think draft mode will be something different, fresh. Although they had it in the game before, I think it's been going for at least 2 years. I mean, I think a lot of players didn't even know. A lot of players didn't even know it was in the game to begin with. Uh, just just put draft back into the game. Put scrap Path to Champions. Just let go of PVE. I remember something I saw here. Oh, yeah, you shifted into, so they started in PvP only. Path to Champions wasn't even a thing, and then they shifted into PvE, then refocused on PvE. Then you're shifting to PvE again. How did this happen? Basically, I remember reading this, and they talked about it's all shit. Okay. Meanwhile, all of our bets and investments on PvP unfortunately did not increase engagement in the PvP modes the way we had hopes. We again want to come out we again want to call out what the competitive parts of the community have done for this game. When is the last set coming out? This upcoming set will be the last card set we release in the way players are familiar with. And then they're going to, after this, the team's going to take some time to figure out how things might look in the future and keep you posted. Basically, a whole lot of talk to say nothing. They don't know what they're going to do. And I get that Runeterra, like, I'm not trying to just shit on everything and, like, just say, right, you suck, to do better, and that's it. I get this must be crazy hard, and I would have no idea put in this environment. But aren't these professionals? Isn't this a Riot game, $1 billion industry, like League of Legends, 12 years running, whatever, like Valorant, like you've had successful games. You've promoted these games successfully. TFT is only a thing because it's on the League client. Just TFT, just scrap that, okay? Scrap TFT, put lore in, boom. You got League is a fucking fast paced, like, you gotta be quick with League. You gotta be there. Runeterra, you also gotta be there. I think TFT where you're just jacking around, touch this and go eat cereal and be AFK and still win. Like, it's I don't know, man. They're literally like killing it. I cannot believe they said that no more champions. What? Let's go see. These are reply. PvP might don't be what is popular, but it's what's to keep the game alive. Not only that, you haven't talked about monetization being it the major problem. You don't deserve the player base you have. Lord deserves more. That's good. I have no idea if that is a good or bad thing, if I'm being completely honest. At least the game is not dying. That's something. Generally have for that. Yeah, whatever. What is the advantages of turning off the rank queue completely? Even without rewards, I don't think the game is that dead that it would spread the players too thin. Not sure what that means. Legends of Runeterra is my favorite game. I play it every day since launch. I really hope to see it live on for years to come, and will gladly support anything the team does. How are you supporting anything, dude? You gotta stand for what you like. When you like Path to Champions, you stand on that. If you hate it, you stand on it. Don't just say do whatever, screw the game up, I'll still be here. No, or you no more champions, no more PvP, no more rewards. I'm out. That door, I'm out. I'm getting the fuck out, bro. What are you talking about? It's so frustrating. And I told myself I try not to swear, but it's just so frustrating, man. Like, can you already print the fucking card so we can literally throw our money at you? Nice. Release a 7-minute video saying nothing. Just to put on a site page saying all we need to hear that the game is over. No more competitive, no more news besides Path to Champions, no more support to community tournaments. How did you guys make the best competitive card game die? How did you guys make okay. How did you guys made the best CCG game just die? Too good admin. 2 comments. How can I see the comments, bro? I want to see replies for this one, dude. I know the change in focus is frustrating. It's never going to be satisfying to have the part of the game that's your passion be the focus. It's never going to be satisfying to have the part of the game that's your passion be the focus, and then have the focus shift away from that. I should have read that completely. We still care about lore the card game and being able to play that 1v1, but it wasn't providing value to the business appropriate for the investment we were making in it. If it was truly a shift in focus, that would be fine. This is a knockout, my man. Anyway, I know you probably didn't want this to happen. Good luck in your future endeavors. Yeah, it wasn't providing value to the business because you didn't market the game at all. Had a super low rate of cosmetics to buy, and at no point advertised lore to the scale at which Valorant and TFT were. The irony being that in order to make money, you're focusing on F2P PvE for to play. The fuck is F2P? I don't know. I don't know what F2P is. I feel stupid. Okay, problem is not a focus shift away from PvP. It's you're killing the PvP side of the game simply at all the community is PvP. I haven't seen a single video community about Path of Champions that wasn't on release. And changing a PvP game into a Genshin ripoff with P2P Constellation simply sucks. I don't believe you are making the right investments. You can invest doing the best food possible for your restaurant. If new people are not reaching to it and it's cheap, you won't profit. 100% ignoring the market of the game wasn't the move, it seems. Surprised you didn't know. I think a lot of people made a lot of valid points here. I think I'm going to end it here. This is a League rant. This is a Riot rant. Riot. I love Riot, man. I've played League my whole life. Runeterra since it's been launched. I just love Riot game. Even Valorant, it's a great game, honestly. I don't play it that much, but it was a good game. And for what it is, I like it. But you cannot... This was very valid points that people were made. You're not shifting your focus. You're killing PvP and the whole community is PvP. I don't know anyone who plays exclusively Path to Champions. I don't know anyone. Why would you know them? They're playing exclusively Path to Champions. It's a solo thing, solo adventure. What are you talking about? Why would you even want to know them? They're never going to play with you. They play only Path to Champions. There's no more champions for... It's just... God, Riot. I just don't get it, dude. I don't know. I don't know what you're doing. Let's go check out Sunny right before we cut this off. I love Sunny, man. I feel like he's very, very positive. He said he's going to keep supporting it. Okay, there's no news for Sunny. He wrote some decent champions, some decent questions. Some of them I'm pretty sure were answered. Like this one. This is about. This is the one about. Will it be Path to Champion exclusive? Will there be new champions for PvP also? So I like. I don't know. Riot. Riot. This is my message to you. Okay. This is the global message after spending 20 minutes of research. Basically, you're killing the game. You're not shifting focus, okay? You're not shifting focus from PvP to PvE. No, you're saying scrap PvP, no more rewards, no more gauntlets, no more champions, no more new sets. Just screw all that, and we're just gonna move on to Path to Champions. You can either like Path to Champions and join us there. It's just you really just killed the PvP side of it, and PvP is the community. I don't know anyone who exclusively plays Path to Champions. I just know people who play PvP. I don't like Path to Champions at all. And even if I did like, I wouldn't want PvP to get scrapped just to better Path to Champions. Put draft back in. And then you already had draft in. It was experimental mode. You already had it. You scrapped it and now you're going back to it. But this is a positive change. You're gonna put that back. You gotta promote the game, put it in a league client. I play League all day. Nobody knows what lore is. 80% people don't know what it is. 10% that people don't like card games, and 10% people play lore. Like, and this is like high numbers, really. Nobody plays lore because nobody knows about it. Every time I ask, you know lore? They don't know. So promote the game, 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 promote the game. Now, let's hop into the video.